continues, and it's the kid against the veteran, Eddie Hill and Tommy Johnson Jr.
Eddie Hill may be the world record holder. He may be low qualifier here, but he is in top because Jim Brissett, the crew chief for Tommy Johnson Jr., engineered a 4.88 second elapsed time, a career best for the young man in round number 1. Eddie Hill knows that. Tommy Johnson Jr. out of OTTUMWA, Iowa. He is only 22 years old. He beat Rance McDaniel in round number 1 with that 488. Eddie Hill, we told you, he's a senior citizen in this sport. He beat Jack Ostrander in round number 1 at a 489. So the two Don Garlands are 100th apart coming in here.
I think that makes it tough for both cars, Steve, because either one could smoke the tires because this track is warming up from the sun. The traction is not here like it was earlier this morning.
That's right. All prior combinations are out the window now. A brilliant start by Tommy Johnson. He loses traction. Eddie Hill trying to catch him and cannot do it. A disappointed Ursi Hill and a elated team out of Iowa. Tommy Johnson Jr. had a hole shot before he left the starting line before Eddie Hill, and that's why he's the victor. 5.53 to a quicker 5.49. Hill left lane and couldn't catch the kid.
Well, as we watch this replay, we see that Hill has some kind of a problem on the starting line. We see it drop a cylinder, the fog coming out of the pipe. The engine is not running properly. It causes him to fall back rapidly. Johnson, on the other hand, smokes the tires, and Hill, the engine kind of comes back to life, and he almost catches the young man, but runs out of real estate.
So the upsets continue. Let's go down to the finish line with Steve.
3 lead changes in 5.5 seconds. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty there, but I felt it smoked the tires 3 or 4 times. I was pedaling for all I was worth. I couldn't see him, and it paid off.
Indeed it did. He was having more problems than you were, but you stuck with it. Did you ever almost shut it off?
No, I never saw yellow, so I hung with her all the way. This is Indy, man.
Well put.
So first Amato, then Bernstein. Now Eddie Hill is gone. We continue with the top fuels now. And Cory Mack's ready to go. The young man from Anaheim, California, Cory McClanathan at Michael Brotherton.
I tell you, Joel, you could have got some long odds this morning on the fact that Kenny Bernstein, Eddie Hill, and Don Prudhomme are all gone and will not make the Final Four. There is Ken Vinny, and he has a lot of confidence in his driver, Michael Brotherton. They won their first race together just a month ago in Seattle, Washington. They beat Pat Austin in round 1 at a 4.88 seconds. I think that trend was maybe taken at Seattle right after the winner's circle. Cory McClanathan, what a performer this young man has become. From Orange County, California, he ran a 4.93 cycle lap time in round 1 and beat Shelly Anderson. And Cory Mack, Big Daddy, has had a pretty good balance on this racetrack.
Certainly has. He's not smoking his tires, Steve.
And Cory McClanathan blows away Michael Brotherton, and at the same time runs a 4.87, matching his qualifying time, something no other driver's been able to do today. And also interesting, after watching that race, both lanes are having their problems in keeping traction. Let's head back to Steve with a disappointed Eddie Hill.
This racetrack is really tough for the crew chiefs.
It really is, yeah. It's a tricky deal. It's a totally different track from what we had first round, that's for sure.
It's showing in the elapsed times.
Yeah.
A shocked Eddie Hill is gone from the U.S. Nationals. Let's look at the semifinal matchups now. And McClanathan will have lane choice. He had the quickest elapsed time in the previous round, going up against Doug Herbert. In the other semifinal, it's going to be Ed McCullough and Tommy Johnson Jr. McCullough will have lane choice. Let's head down to Steve again with Cory Mack.
Cory, wow, 487.
Really?
Yeah.
We've been looking for it. You know, we had a little bit soft first round. The second round, after Brotherton and those guys ran that 88, we knew we had to pound her, and it got hot. So we put some gaskets on it, a little bit here and there, and we did good. Jimmy and the team, Mac Attack, everybody, I don't know what to tell you about them.
Now, that was a brand new motor this morning. I think you wore the shiny off at that time. A lot of smoke out of it.
I'm afraid so. But I mean, you know, to beat these guys up, I'll do what it takes to make it to the final here.
That seems to be a thread through this whole event, doesn't it?
It certainly does.